So let's get to it. Here we go. All right. So there's four main things that I want you to take away from this. All right. One, essential oils are highly concentrated extracts from plants, and therefore they are incredibly potent. All right. A little bit goes a long way, and using less oil more frequently is going to always be a best practice. All right. With that said, you should always keep essential oils out of the reach of small children and pets, since they aren't going to know the proper way to use them. Okay. It's also a good idea to talk to your kids about essential oil safety, when they're old enough to understand, right? So number two, just because an essential oil works for me or somebody that you know doesn't always mean it will support your body the same way. Okay. Everybody's body chemistry is different. We're all different ages, sizes, with varying sensitivity, like skin sensitivity levels. So having a certified essential oil specialist like myself in your corner to help guide you and teach you is so important. Okay. And it's also very important to have a supportive medical professional on your side. And I say that because not all of them are open to natural solutions, but there are many who are. Okay. Number three, always follow the usage directions on the bottle. So not all essential oils are to be used the same way because they come from many different types of plants that have varying chemical properties, right? So I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. All right, it's imperative that you use essential oils that are not only certified to be pure by that company's testing methods, but also that a third party has tested it for transparency, like doTERRA essential oils. Not all essential oil brands are created equal. Many of them, in fact, most of them on the market are contaminated or adulterated in some way. So, they may not even support your body, your health the way that you want it to. And unfortunately, in some cases, because of that, they could actually even be detrimental. So this is the reason you see so many crazy things on the internet, right? Because they kind of got to go with the worst case scenario. You can actually look up a lot number on a bottle of doTERRA. The lot numbers are printed on the bottom of the bottle. You can actually look up that lot number and see the batch testing results for that bottle of oil. So you can trust it for your family. All right. All right. So that's that. All right. So now let's talk about the three ways to use pure essential oils to support your family's health safely. All right. So using essential oils aromatically is one of the fastest ways to access the brain through the olfactory nerve that's connected to the limbic system, which controls memory and emotion. All right. So this can be accomplished easily by adding just a few drops of essential oil to a diffuser. Diffusers are great because they carry the aromatic compounds throughout the room for a broader benefit for the whole family. You're going to use just 2 to 3 drops per 100 milliliters of water. Smaller diffusers are better for smaller rooms. There's also passive diffusers like lava rocks, lava stones that are really good for small spaces like bathrooms. A couple good oils to diffuser like lavender for its calming benefits, wild orange for uplifting. So do me a favor and hit the love button right now if you like either of those oils. If you're a lavender fan or you're a wild orange fan, give me some love on that. All right. Okay. For adults and older children, all right, there isn't a whole lot of caution or whatever, I guess, to pay attention to, or for your when you're diffusing. But you do always want to pay attention to your body, all right? And you want to know if an oil just doesn't appeal to you. If you experience any type of discomfort, you want to cut the diffuser off, leave the room, get some fresh air, clean the diffuser out, maybe open a window. It isn't common, but there have been reported cases of people with certain medical conditions having trouble with a particular compound found in specific oils. All right. And obviously, if you're concerned in any way, please consult your physician. I mean, that's always going to be key for anything to do with essential oils. Okay. So if you want to diffuse in, say, a small child or baby's room, okay, just remember, always use less. Okay. So like just 1 drop per 100 milliliters of water, a water-based diffuser. And you can increase to 2 if desired benefit is not reached and your little one is okay with it. Okay. So make sure the room is not too small. You want to make sure the door is open. And You want to avoid using any spicy oils or hot oils. Those are, your oregano, clove, wintergreen, cinnamon. You just want to avoid diffusing those around small children. It's just going to be too strong for them. Okay. Again, obviously make sure your diffuser is up where your child cannot reach it. And the oils are also put up where they can't reach them. Okay. For pets, similar rules apply. As long as essential oils are certified pure like doTERRA, you can diffuse pretty much any oil around your pets. Additional exception to the hot and spicy oils would be like tea tree. You always want to be sure you're diffusing in an open space around your pets, that they can leave the room if it bothers them. You can let them outside for fresh air if it really bothers them, like they start acting funny or something. And of course, if you are concerned, please, please, please consult your veterinarian. Super important. Okay. And again, make sure that they are out of reach from your pets. Hi, Linda. How are you? So another way to experience the aromatic benefits of pure essential oils is simply by breathing them in from the bottle, or you can add a couple of drops to your hands, rub them together, and then just take some normal breaths. Okay. I do want to add a note, because we go over this in the workshops that I do in person, is that you take an oil like peppermint. We like to do an experience with peppermint. And if you happen to get peppermint, too close to your eye's going to water a little bit, and that's normal. It's great for clearing up your sinuses. So it's going to open that up. And your eyes might water. But if you happen to get it in your eye, you get too close and you're feeling some discomfort, you're going to want to grab a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, something like that. And you're going to want to rub that in your eye, literally like over your eye, pat it with a paper towel, and then you can wash it later when the discomfort goes away. Okay. So I would not recommend this cupping the hand method with, say, children maybe like under 5. That might be a little too much for them. They'll be very sensitive to that. Diffusing is going to be probably a better option. For pets, you can, say wave the bottle in front of their noses, but do it with the lid on first. You want to make sure they like it. Dogs are various, and cats too, have selective, they're like natural selection or whatever. They self-selection, we call it. They will tell you if they like the oil or not by moving in closer to the oil. They may lick their lips or something like that. Okay. And again, if you do happen to get in your eye, I said about grabbing a carrier oil, you never want to use water. Water is going to intensify the oil. You can use milk in a pinch if you can't go grab your, grab your carrier oil. All right, so we're going to talk about topical application and how to topically apply oil safely, all right? So topical application of essential oils is an excellent way to get the benefits. The compounds from essential oils can be found in the bloodstream in as little as 2 minutes. So before using an oil topically, it's a good idea to test it out, test your sensitivity to it by applying it a good places on the bottoms of your feet. So just one drop, bottoms of your feet, and then just make sure that, you're not going to have any type of reaction or anything like that. I mean, it would be extremely rare, but also, if you have some discomfort, if it's a hot oil, you're going to want to use a carrier oil anyway. So fractionated coconut oil, grapeseed oil, I think I didn't name that one, avocado, almond. Those are great carrier oils, and they do exactly what the name suggests. They carry the oil deeper into the layers of skin and tissue, which you're going to get a lot of benefits from. Also, it helps reduce skin sensitivity. Now, this does not make the oil less effective. A lot of people, kind of concerned about that. It doesn't. It just helps disperse it, and it creates that barrier on your skin if you have some sensitivity. And also it keeps the volatile compounds from evaporating. So most of the oils, these aromatic compounds are very volatile. So they can quickly evaporate into the air. So using a carrier oil really helps. All right, for pets and smaller children, diluting essential oils is an absolute must. The smaller the pet or child, the higher the dilution ratio. So you would put, say, like 2 to 4 drops of essential oil in maybe a 10 milliliter roller ball, and then you top that off with a carrier oil. Of course, it's always best to consult, when you're applying oils to children, consult their pediatrician. For your pets, your veterinarian, when using oils topically. So topical application of certified pure essential oils is safe, but with care, caution, and a few considerations, okay? For oils considered hot or spicy, like the wintergreen, oregano, cassia, cinnamon, clove, thyme, lemongrass, those, it's best to avoid using them on very small children or small pets altogether, just for general good, practice, okay? Now, some of these oils can be found in some of the blends where it is safe to use, because they're in such small amounts and you're going to further dilute it with a carrier anyway. So an example of that would be like the On Guard Protective Blend. It does have cinnamon and clove in it, which are hot, but they're in such small amounts. And you're going to dilute those like 1 to 2% ratio in a carrier oil anyway. I do like to apply some On Guard on Griffin on his spine for extra immune support for him, and especially if he's not feeling well. But I have that diluted mixture in a roller ball, and I'll put it on my hand and then just pet his spine. And you can pet it, either way. He's got really thick hair, so I have to pet him backwards sometimes to really get that in there. And also doTERRA does have a kids line of essential oil roller balls that are already pre-diluted, so it takes the guesswork out. For smaller children, I would probably dilute a little bit further. Again, avoid using tea tree essential oil with all your pets, unless you are under the direct supervision of a veterinarian that is trained in essential oils. I do know in some small cases, tea tree can be beneficial, but again, that's for your veterinarian to work with you on, okay? Again, always avoid getting essential oils in the eye. You do not want to get them in your ear, your nose, around genitals. If you happen to experience discomfort from getting oils in a very sensitive area, remember, go grab your carrier oil. Do not use water, okay? And then after you get some relief, the area can be washed. And this is going to be for everybody using the carrier oil, okay? All right, when using citrus oils topically, remember to avoid being out in the sun or in a tanning bed for 12 hours because they are photosensitive. If you've ever put like a lime in a Corona and hung out in the sun, you may have experienced a little like blistering or burn around your mouth. That's why, photosensitive. And speaking of citrus, so we want to avoid citrus oils with our feline friends, okay? You can diffuse them, but you want to make sure the cat can leave the room because they may not be a fan of it, but they can't metabolize. They lack an enzyme for citrus and some of the other oils, like some of the hot oils, the mint family as well. So you want to avoid contact with your feline friends with those oils. If you do happen to, have some on your hand and get it on them, just douse them with a carrier oil, okay? And then give them a bath if they'll let you. If you have extra concern, again, contact your veterinarian, okay? Okay, so we're going to talk about internal use real quick and safety there. So this is one where it's like super important. I can't stress enough to ensure that you are using certified pure essential oils and you know the testing measures and you have access to the results, okay? Because you could really get into trouble if it is not a pure oil, even though the bottle might say it is, okay? You need to be sure and read the label. Your bottle of essential oil should have a label on it that tells you how to properly use the oil. If the essential oil is safe and recommended for internal use, then it's going to be printed on the bottle. It's going to actually say essential oil supplement. I don't know if you can see that there, but on the bottle, this is the bottle of frankincense I'm holding up, and it says essential oil supplement on the bottle. Okay. It also gives supplement facts that tell you serving size and the ingredients. So this bottle of frankincense says it recommends the serving size of 1 drop. And there per container, there's about 250 drops. It also says the ingredient is 60 milligrams of frankincense gum resin. That's it. And it also says for internal use, mix with 1 drop with 4 ounces of liquid. Of course, there are essential oils, while even certified to be pure, that are not to be taken internally due to the chemical properties of the plant. All right, these will say for topical or aromatic use only, and they will not be labeled as a supplement with the supplement facts, okay? So oils not to be ingested are going to be like arbor vitae, cedarwood, cypress, eucalyptus, white fir, or wintergreen. These oil or any of the blends that happen to have these oils in them. So that's why, and you can't remember all this stuff. I can't remember all this stuff. That's why it's on the bottle. Okay. So this bottle of cypress right here, it says essential oil, and it says for topical and aromatic use. So, diffuse, use with a carrier topically. You don't ingest that one. Okay. If you do accidentally grab one of these oils by mistake and you ingest it, just do what you would normally do with anything you're not supposed to take internally, call poison control. Okay. Remember earlier, I said using less oil more frequently is best practice. There are oils that I take internally every day, like frankincense, copaiba, on guard, and lemon, but typically only 1 or 2 drops. If I have a specific health concern going on at that time that I need the essential oils to support my body, or it's recommended to take 1 to 2 drops every 4 to 6 hours of a particular oil. So I might have something going on where I'm going to use like 2 or 3 different essential oils to help support my body through that time. Okay. Then I'm going to use, 1 to 2 drops of each one. So I may have, 4 to 6 drops total I'm going to put it probably in a veggie capsule, and I'm going to have about 4 to 6 drops in there. Okay. It is not recommended to consume more than 25 drops of cumulative oils in a 24-hour period. And that's just similar to most medications, right? I mean, even if you're taking a ibuprofen or something like that, it's going to tell you don't take more than, so many in a 24-hour period. So these general guidelines are going to be for adults and children over, say, about 12. Basically, if your child can swallow a pill, it's going to be safe for them to ingest the same supplement oils that you are going to ingest, right? So maybe just a little less. Again, best to consult with your child's pediatrician on that, okay? For pets, lots of different rules. It's not recommended to give cats essential oils internally directly. Cats self-groom. So when using essentials topically, they're going to naturally ingest a little bit. So that's why it is super, super important to make sure you're watching what oils you're putting or coming in contact with your cats, right? So the citrus oils, the mints, the spicy oils, the tea tree. Hey, Carol Lindsay, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. So there are some oils that are safe for dogs internally, but not always the same ones for you. So it's a little bit different rules there. Best thing to do there is consult with your veterinarian. Also, you can follow Dr. Janet Wark on social media or go to her website, The Essential Oil Vet. She's a certified doTERRA specialist and has been using them in her practice for years. She offers some free resources too. So I do use frankincense and copaiba, especially internally with Griffin. So if you can add a little bit to their food. Usually I will just I'll take a toothpick and dip it in the frankincense and kind of just swirl it around in his food. If they like it, some may not. Again, you want to let them tell you which oils they like. Also copaiba. Copaiba is it's a very calming oil, great to support the nervous system. and it's not not a very strong aroma, right? So Griffin loves Copaiba. So I can actually take my finger and kind of tap on the top of the bottle just to get just a very, very little bit and rub it on his gum line. And obviously I'm going to do that. Oh, Carol Lindsay just put the link to Dr. Janet Rourke's site in the chat. So you guys go check that out. Thank you very, very much. She is an excellent resource. So again, the Copaiba, I put a little bit on his gums, and I'm only going to do that 2 or 3 times a week. That's not something that I do every day. On Guard is another good one that's good for internal use for dogs. It's best, that one, if you have one of those like water fountains, you can put a little bit in there because it keeps the water moving. So it kind of keeps the essential oil moving throughout the water. You don't really want to put it in a bowl because it's just going to sit there on the top. Griffin doesn't drink. Griffin drinks out of the toilet. I'm just going to go ahead and just be transparent with you on that. Those of you who know us know that he does. I don't know why, he just likes it the best. But anyway, so what I do for him is I may take, I'll put like a couple drops of On Guard in an 8-ounce spray bottle with some coconut oil and water, and then spritz it on his toothbrush. So that's another good way that's safe. All right, so a couple other safety points, tips while we wrap it up here. If you are pregnant or nursing, please, please, please consult with your doctor or midwife prior to using essential oils, okay? A woman's body goes through many changes in life anyway, but especially while pregnant or nursing. You may notice extra sensitivities to a certain oil that you never had before, just things like that. There are some fabulous oils that are amazing at supporting women during pregnancy and the birthing experience and while breastfeeding. Then there's a few that probably should be avoided during certain stages. So if you'd like some more information on that, just let me know. I can get that for you. And obviously, always talk to your doctor. All right, similar guidelines apply with pets who are pregnant or nursing. Consult with your veterinarian before using any essential oils with them or even around them. I may be super, super cautious about even diffusing around a pet who may be nursing. All right, last, if you've been diagnosed with a medical condition or you're taking synthetic medications of any kind, always consult with your doctor. Same goes children, pets, consult your veterinarian. While drug interactions with pure essential oils are rare, there are a few exceptions. Let's see. I will add to make sure your physician is open to natural solutions and wants to work with you and your desires to use them for your health. This is going to be your functional doctors, natural doctors, integrative physicians. Your doctor should always want to partner with you on your health decisions. If they don't, it might be time to look for a new one. I'm just saying. doTERRA has posted the product information pages for every product they offer, which has everything that's in it, how to use it, safety tips, everything. If you already have a wholesale customer account, you can pull them up on the website yourself. If you do not have one and you want to get some more information to take to your physician, or maybe you just can't find them, please reach out to me and I will send it to you so that you can take it to your physician or your pharmacist.